Hello everyone, the story I'm going to share today is Filial Piety is a virtue. This story took place during the Ming Dynasty. A famous calligrapher named Huan lived in the capital. His father Yiyuan always thought to have friends in high positions, and Chang Yungong, a military commander for Jiujiang, was his closest friend. When Chang Yungong died, his 60-year-old mother was left alone. She went to Yungong's friend Tan Jing, but he did not want to help her. She felt very sad and wandered from place to place. Eventually, she arrived at the capital. She looked for her son's friend Yiyuan, but unfortunately, he had already died. She felt hopeless. Someone gave her the address of Yiyuan's son, Huan. Despite the heavy rain, she hurried to Huan's home. When she arrived, she tearfully told him everything that had happened, and Huan also nearly wept. Huan asked his wife to give her some clean, dry clothes. His wife also brought her some good food and took her to a room so she could rest. At that time, the states were at war. Since the farmers could not farm peacefully, there were almost no crops to harvest, and people had little to eat. Poor people could barely feed their children. Yungong's mother noticed that Huan's family was not wealthy, so she decided to leave and look for another friend to help her. Huan sent a maid to accompany her. They looked everywhere, but in vain. They finally returned to Huan's home. Huan and his family treated her as their own mother, but she was a narrow-minded woman and liked to be angry. She often cursed others for the smallest thing. Huan told his family to take good care of her and to try not to make her angry. When she was sick, Huan personally fed her herbal medicine. 10 years passed, and when Huan was presiding over secret activities in Guiji, he met her youngest son, Chang Yungong. Huan told him about his mother's situation, but the son didn't seem to care and said, "I know what happened, but it was too far for me to travel." 6 months later, Zhang came to see his mother on the day of Huan's birthday. Although people were supposed to be happy on someone's birthday, as soon as the mother and the son saw each other, they began crying bitterly. Huan's family thought that Zhang and his mother were being rude, but Huan told them, because of their circumstances, they are emotional, and it's understandable. After a while, Zhang said that he was busy and left. From then on, he never returned, and just like Huan take care of his mother. Huan was not angry, but afterwards, he was even more attentive in caring for her. The lady missed her son and became ill. 3 years later, she died. Just before she died, she raised her hand and said, "I have troubled you and your family for so long. I hope your children and all the generations that follow you are as virtuous as you are." Huan buried her, and every year he visited her tomb to show his family respect. Later, Huan was promoted to Royal Minister of Etiquette and Worship. All his grandsons were kind and were appointed to high positions. From this story, we can see the true kindness of a person. If one can sincerely respect his elders, everyone will think that this is the right thing to do. However, think about it. In those hard days, people not even had enough to eat. To treat an old woman who was a stranger in such a way, this is not something that ordinary people can do. Therefore, in the end, not only did Huan himself get promoted to the Minister of Rights, but his descendants also became officials. This once again tells us that God is watching what people do in human world, Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.